Good morning, guys. Salam, namaste. Your lifestyle consultant Kunal Sharma is here. So pay attention. Very, very interesting topic. Okay, this is about mitochondrial dysfunction. So, lots of people know about mitochondria, and lots of us don't know, which is fine, which is perfectly fine. But people who are not aware about mitochondrial dysfunction or function, they should pay attention so that they can get the benefit of it maximum. Okay, so mitochondria in short is a powerhouse of our cells, as simple as it is. But the main function of mitochondria is to produce energy. And whatever we eat, for example, carbs, proteins, fat, supplements, water, whatever we drink, eat, it goes into the cell, metabolized by mitochondria, okay, and convert into energy. So now the interesting thought process came in my mind. I was just constantly thinking why we slow down with age. So that means our mental health and physical health are interconnected. Why children are always joyful and full of fun and playful and full of energy. Where the things goes wrong. How our mitochondria gets changed with the course of time in life. What do we do wrong? So these are the questions always comes in my mind as a health practitioner, as a sleep coach, as a pain relief coach, strength and conditioning coach. See, exercise is nothing. I'm telling you today. Even if you go for a walk every day, it's good. But exercise is also at the same time something which is going to change and create a better result than walking. But if you're sitting on a sofa all the time and eating rubbish food, your walking is still better. But if you can do 4 times or 5 times in a week, nice good workout, it is much better than walking. So you see the difference? Because when you're walking, you're still using your mitochondria. Okay, your bones, your joints. But when you're exercising, you are using these systems optimally. That is why exercise is number 1 for mitochondrial health. Because in exercise, what we do? We produce energy. Where the energy is coming from? From mitochondria. How mitochondria is using? Mitochondria using our garbage cells, our other cells, and convert into the energy in that machine of mitochondria, cellular machine, and gives us energy. So that is why even if you give a 15 minutes of workout, the most depressed person, he or she will feel great for some time. That is the power of mitochondria. That is the power of exercise. The next point, I was constantly thinking, what else is beneficial, what we don't do in this time for our mitochondrial health. So I was constantly thinking, sunlight. We don't go out in the sun. We have a fear of sun. Sun rays will give us a cancer, will make us skin dark, we become black or whatever. So we are already created a myth. So if you watching this link and if you're thinking about sunlight, think about how many times in a week, not in a month, and how many minutes every day you sit in the sun. Just sit and feel the sun rays on your face, on your skin. Even if you're wearing a t-shirt, it's fine. Sun rays still can penetrate through that. So sunlight is the second most important factor for mitochondrial health, because there are a lot of research. Sunlight, when enters into the cells through the skin, it helps by mitochondria. It is for mitochondria and mitochondria converts into melatonin for the cell, and melatonin is the most powerful antioxidant for the cell. Amazing. One melatonin produce our central nervous system, which is close to our central nervous system, pineal gland, and one is produced by the mitochondria through the sunlight for the cellular health. So if you are, for example, if you are a diabetic patient, if you have a fungal infection, if you have a bacterial infection, if you are overweight, if you are obese, that means even a blood pressure or cholesterol, that means your mitochondria is not functioning very well. And we have to work on it organically, not through medicine. So where we are lacking, sunlight is the second most important point which I was thinking. Okay, we do not have enough exposure for the sunlight. So sunlight is the next one. The next one is, after sunlight and exercise, is sleep, where we recover. So if you're not sleeping well, you cannot recover your mitochondrial function, because in the night, now pay attention, very interesting thing. In the night, that pineal gland which releases melatonin, that also travel and goes into the cell also. So cell gets recovery very fast in the deep sleep. It's amazing science. So mitochondrial function is depend on the sleep cycle, on the right time, not getting up and sleeping up on the wrong time all the time. It is not going to work at all. So it's how amazing the basic functionality of lifestyle we are going wrong. The next point, nutrition, which is, sorry to say, is already fucked. So we are not eating the right food. First thing is that. Above that, we are eating processed, ultra processed food on the wrong time, when we're supposed to sleep. And when we're supposed to eat, we are not eating. We are going for school, our children, we are going to office, running towards the office, empty stomach with high cortisol. So mitochondria is also controls cortisol level in the cells. How amazing. So if you have high stress, you are constantly killing the function of mitochondria, because mitochondria is balancing out each cell and its function. How amazing is that? So guys, if you think, okay, we can live without 100% mitochondrial function happily, it's impossible. It's impossible. Your neurotransmitters, okay, your hormonal system, your recovery cycle, your inflammation, even your inflammation is controlled by mitochondria. And that depends on the other factor which I already mentioned. It's so amazing. The science of this amazing temple. I never say this is a body, this is a temple where we live. And we have to take care of this temple. Otherwise it's all chaos. So I was just thinking this message is very, very important for each person on this planet. So you take care of your mitochondrial function, work on these things, and see the results, how it works. And if you are deficient in vitamin D3, B12, zinc, you know that. So you need to take these supplements as well, because it is not going to work your mitochondrial function. So ila lika qariban, ma salama, shukran jazilan. Share this link if you find this link interesting. You need to have patience to see this link from starting till the end. Okay? Take care guys. Bye. Love you all.